The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Second and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a second and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Complete to Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after the strong run we just saw. They're able to corral him. Second down and 3. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this. It's caught inside the 25. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead, Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. They go play action with Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Down inside the 40. The Jaguars 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Etienne bringing in another one. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments that...
Well, he's into the clear. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Back to Nwangu again on first down.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he's brought down.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Washington's got it. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And able to use this stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Lawrence going to throw again. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they're going.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Zay Jones.
season.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a...
It's caught inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw.
This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Incompletions, and it was once a nice job. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with the Wandu.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Changing this at the line.
They'll drop the throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Dragons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The point after is good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for the Jaguars.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dragons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Now Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now Lawrence on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an improvement that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they have, how they can exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And that one off the mark
possessions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Pat Surtain.
Let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And these guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Work to do here. But this is 1st and 10 right now.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
Taking it right down Broadway.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown!
Mecole Hardman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dragons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Complete to Washington. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Yeah, son. Eat him up. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And they will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Well, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,